Warning, this video has way too many mentions of human seed and jokes about it. So if you're underage, you should probably click off. But if you're not, then, enjoy the video. And I'm very sorry. I hate it too. Hello there, all viewers of this video. My name is Denied9, and we're here. 2 years ago, I made a video called The Homunculus YouTube Mystery, and at the end of it, I said this. That's going to conclude part 1 of this series. Part 2 will look at the long series of episodes where he, I guess, raises the homunculus, which is quite fascinating. I'm going to see how it's going to go. This is it. This is part 2. We're finally here. It wasn't supposed to take this long, but whatever. We're here. Let's do it. Fortunately, since making that video, there's been no changes, no updates whatsoever to the videos. There's been no further uploads, there's been no updates, so everything's been at a standstill since I made that video. So I can just sort of continue where I left off, talk about everything that I'd planned. Okay, there's one relevant thing that's come up since making that video. It was parodied on Smiling Friends.
What was that? What was that thing?
That was a failure is what it was. I injected my psychotic DNA into a chicken egg and let it marinate for 14 moons. And it was supposed to create a living homunculus. But instead it died just like all the others.
I love how he uses the God delusion to kill the homunculus. For one, he's a scientist. He doesn't believe in God. And second, if you remember in the last video, a ton of people thought Korney used a Bible to kill the homunculus. But it wasn't. It was a Russian to Chinese dictionary. Now, in case you haven't seen the video, part 1, go watch it. Stop this video right now and go watch it. Wait, you want me to recap it? No. Go watch my video. Seriously. Basically, we follow the man named Korney and his many attempts at making a homunculus, which is like a tiny living creature. And after many botched attempts and a few fatalities along the way, he finally made one. Alive, breathing, and not squashed. Now, the rest of the videos going forward haven't been looked into by a lot of people, or at least the people that I used to watch, the ones I mentioned in my last video. So a lot of this was new territory for me, so just, they might exist, but I don't know if a lot of people have looked at them one by one. I don't know, but they probably do exist, but as far as I haven't looked for them. Thankfully, these videos aren't too long. Most of them are like less than 4 minutes, and they mainly consist of update videos, so we're going to have a look at them one by one and just summarize the important stuff that happens in each of them. So let's get right to it.
Привет, с вами Корней.
The 5th video in the series marks a drastic change in scenery going forward. Korney has taken the homunculus into a dark room only lit up with a lamp, so say goodbye to the classic Russian wallpaper and drapes. I'm gonna miss it, honestly. It added a lot of character to the scenery, you know what I mean? Now we can see the homunculus up close. It maintains the same sort of shape in the last video, with the exception of what seems to be a mouth and a tongue. Kinda looks like a drooping candle. And as you can already see, he put it in a glass of water. He explains that the container he put it in at the end of the 4th video, that tub, didn't suit the homunculus at all because it started to shrivel up from dryness. So his solution was to put the whole thing in water. I mean, it worked, I guess. The creature is also producing a substance that is causing the water to become musty, so that's why it's all fogged like that. But he finds no need to replace it because it just becomes moist again. I don't get that logic. It's like saying there's no need to change the cat litter because the cat's gonna shit in it anyway. I still don't know how he was able to figure out that the homunculus was able to breathe underwater, but whatever. It worked. It's not dead. I mean, if I was going to make something with a chicken and a human, I wouldn't assume it was, aquatic. He goes on about alchemists and how they say that these creatures feed off blood and milk, but, it's difficult to feed it with liquid while it's in a glass, because, it's in water and such. It just blends right in. So he resorts to sugar. It's helped, but it hasn't really shown any progress on its growth, because, it's sugar. It doesn't really do much for your body. I mean, it gives you energy, but it's not going to help with growth. When asked for advice, people suggest either meat or sperm. And I swear, if you listen closely, from the sound of his voice, he's implying that the meat is the more puzzling suggestion.
Вот. Поскольку кровью и молоком кормить его было затруднительно, я решил добавить вот разные советы. Говорят, корми молоком, корми кровью. Ну, как я уже сказал, в данном случае это сложно сделать. Говорят, корми семенем и даже мясом. Я не знаю, я пока думаю.
Anyway, if you speed up the video, you can see the homunculus is moving around through the video. There's subtle movements, like moving the tongue and shifting its head, but you know, it's there. There's no denying it. Next video. The homunculus has noticeably changed. It's grown a bit, and its legs and the overall base area have become thicker, because Korney decided to give it meat, and only meat. I'm so glad that he chose the meat. I really can't believe he might have considered picking between the two. There's only one right option. He demonstrates the feeding process, and I'll let you see for yourself.
Я вам это продемонстрирую. Реагирует. Так. Возьму небольшой кусочек. Давай. Готов? Молодец.
Again, I think that red thing is supposed to be a tongue. Korney refers to it as an antenna, but hey, this is a homunculus. It could be literally anything. It could be an eye. He gives more hindsight into its condition. Not really important stuff, but he thought it died at one point when the temperature increased and it came back in cooler conditions. He ends the video by asking for name suggestions. He thought about calling it fake since, people thought it was fake.
I found you, faker. Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here.
Before I get into the 7th video, look at the thumbnail. Korney is really out here using clickbait tactics for his homunculus videos. Like, what is this? Alright, let's look at the actual video. And oh my god, he made another one! And the granny wallpaper is back! Hooray! I guess. Yeah, I'm not joking. He actually made another one. He's interested in studying how two homunculi interact with each other. He took the time to name them too. This one is called Slowpoke because it doesn't really move, and the other one's name is Pikachu because, in his words, he showed electric activity. Apparently there was electricity in the water generated by the homunculus. Keep that in mind for later. It's going to be important. Oh, so that's why the thumbnail was, that, because it's Pikachu. But why that picture, though? He ends the video by demonstrating Pikachu's electric activity. And holy shit, it got bigger! Only a month has passed and it's already way bigger. Look at the base. It got that Squidward base. Pikachu is actually a pretty fitting name. Because he's a fat fuck. He brings out what I believe is a voltage tester, and it generates a maximum of 2.9 volts. Now I ain't an electrician, but I don't think that's much. A month later, the 8th video is released. Yeah, we're moving quick with these. These upcoming videos don't have a lot of substance to them compared to the first 4. They're mainly updates. In this video, we get a look at Slowpoke, who is kind of shaped like a starfish. I mean, you should have called it Staryu. I mean, it was right there. But no way, it has an irregular shape, according to Korney. What do you mean, irregular shape? It's not even meant to exist. Oh yeah, it has an eye. I forgot to mention that for some reason. By doing this, Korney believes that this breaks the ancient stages of evolution. I have no idea what they are, and frankly, they don't matter to me. I'm not here to do a scientific analysis. I just want to show you how wacky these videos are. Look closely, you can actually see the eye move, and it looks like it has a sense of its surroundings since it reacts to Korney tapping the glass. It's looking around. I'm sorry. On to video 9, and Korney has placed both homunculi, Pikachu and Slowpoke, into the one container. I think it's a fish tank, or no, it's an aquarium as Korney calls it. Pikachu has grown significantly, like he's about as tall as Korney's hand. Slowpoke is about the same as the last video. His shape is a little more defined, kind of looking like a star now. Missed opportunity, Korney. Also, he answers some questions he's gotten online. Is Slowpoke generating electricity?
No.
Why do they look so different? He's not sure, but he thinks it's because of biodiversity or genome variations. Maybe it's because of the sperm. So far, he hasn't elaborated on how Pikachu can somehow generate electricity. He's only said that it's natural for certain animals, like eels, who generate electricity through electrocyte cells. However, they're fish. This came from an egg, from 2 mammals. And for clarification, he doesn't consider them his children. Because according to him, DNA similarities does not equal relation. Bro has like the mentality of Big Boss.
So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell not me.
Just a bunch of cells grown in a lab?
What they are is much sicker than that.
Like, dude, you gave your sperm to give them life, and they're just pets to you? Video 10, and it just so happens to be the 1-year anniversary since Korney started the series, and... what the fuck? So, Pikachu is seemingly clung onto Slowpoke, and they're like fusing together, conjoining. Korney was at work apparently, and he got a call from his grandson about this thing that was going on. I would just love to know how that conversation went. Oh, fuck my stupid Russian life. I'm not meant for this mundane job. I should be at home with my little homunculi. Instead, I'm here, researching stem cells and some useless stuff like that. Well, someone else can do my job for me. Like, why do I have to be the one? Who's calling at this hour? Привет, Sir Korney.
Grandfather, I need you to come home right now.
Whoa. Oh, calm down, Dimitri. Tell me, what is the emergency?
It's the homo creatures or homunculus or whatever you call them. They're like touching each other. They're like engaging in unlawful contact, intimate relationship or whatever. I don't know what to do. What is happening?
Ah, Dimitri. Little Dimitri. I see your father has not educated you on procreation. You see, when a man homunculus, or presumably male homunculus, meets a female, presumably female homunculus, they engage in what we know as...
Grandfather, no. I don't want to talk about semen today. Can you just get over here?
Fine. Oh goody! The homunculi are acting up again. Okay. I got to go, my wife's pregnant. I mean, my homunculi are pregnant. Bye-bye.
And there he goes, because he'd rather be at home with his little abominations than serve his glorious country. What a suka blade.
Korney mentions that the neck is thinner because Pikachu stretched it out in order to attach to Slowpoke. I mentioned this because of what we'll discuss at the end. He thinks Pikachu is trying to eat Slowpoke, so I guess these homunculi engage in cannibalism. Spoiler alert, this doesn't happen, and after a day goes by with no progress, he suggests that they might be reproducing, as Slowpoke doesn't look distressed at all, and isn't really opposing the process. But we don't really know if he's giving consent or not, but we'll find out real soon. There's almost nothing to say about video 11. I mean, Pikachu's neck has returned to its original shape, and now Korney suspects that he or she is trying to burrow into Slowpoke. And that's pretty much the video, except I have to mention that the thumbnail is a Dalek. I'm getting really tired of saying homunculus. It's so hard to say really quickly, and I end up just saying homunculus. Good grief. Anyway, next video. Holy shit! Pikachu is absorbing Slowpoke, and they are fusing together. Korney, why are you letting this happen? The homunculi is literally sharing a nerve system now. Yeah, that's not a joke. They're becoming one. It's not a case of one eating the other. Like, they're becoming one. Like, they share everything. A nerve system, senses. Like, they both react when Korney touched them. In the following video, Pikachu has absorbed Slowpoke and turned into this. And he looks like a like. By the way, I probably should have mentioned this, but most homunculi in like the myth, the legend, are depicted looking like this. What happened? Yeah, irregular shape, no joke. It barely resembles it. Also, like, the homunculus had like a nice nice shape to it, right? It was distinctive, even if it did look like a drooping candle. But look at it now. It just let itself go.
Twink death is a scary thing. Luckily, I have no body, so I'll never experience it. I pity you, Raoul. It might happen to you.
So remember how Slowpoke had an eye? It doesn't seem to be there anymore, right? Well, according to Korney, the eye is located around the mouth area. He demonstrates by shining a light onto it. It doesn't seem to have a reaction, but honestly, that doesn't matter to me. I have bigger questions. How did they fuse together? Who allowed this? Alright, I guess I'll let Korney explain it.
Полагаю, что это можно объяснить только соматической гибридизацией. В принципе, отличается от общепринятого понятия гибрида, когда гибрид является это совместная колония разных клеток. О соматических гибридах, тому, кому интересно, он может найти информацию. В связи с этим у меня возникает предположение о том, такая соматическая гибридизация, мне кажется, с относительной легкостью все-таки. Я предполагаю, что в этот процесс могли вмешаться любые клетки, да, какие-то микро...
Okay, it's a hybrid. That's cool. I'm still confused on how it was able to survive in water. It has chicken and human DNA, presumably. So how is it able to live without air? It's not aquatic as far as I know. How does it take in air? Video 14. The homunculus has teeth now. Oh yeah, Korney named it Slogoth. Wow, that's so cool. It's like a combination of Pikachu and Slowpoke. What are you doing? I'm just recording a bit of the video. You know, to take some weight off your shoulder. Out of the chair. I just wanted to help. Right, I get that. But listen here, I have a certain vision for my video, alright? I can't have anyone else just walk on in and just do it themselves, like sabotage my work. You know, people are gonna think I'm crazy, right? They're gonna think I'm cuckoo. You get what I mean? Not really. Exactly, you don't. Now get out before I flatten you with the weight of my shoulder. I'm leaving then. All right. Right then. And he ate my chocolate bar. Great! Video number 15. You've probably noticed that Korney is very sparse with the updates. There's usually an upload between every 1 and 2 months. It's now been over a year since 4 and 5. Alright, so last video, Korney said Sluggoth had stopped eating since it had grown teeth. Well, now it seemed to have worked up an appetite.
Следует отметить, что гомункул отказывается от еды животного происхождения, хотя раньше он питался именно мясом. Теперь такую еду он игнорирует.
I wonder if he's ever tried the alternative. You know, his own...
Video 16. The homunculus eats meat now. But hold on. There's a catch. It won't eat meat on its own. Someone suggested that Korney should feed the homunculus with blood on it. And it worked. He said it got aroused and started developing veins. Why the fuck did he word it like that? Why? Like, I already want to get human sperm off my mind. Can we not do this, please? Also, I can't see anything. The water's too foggy. But the veins indicate that this thing has a heart. I mean, yeah, we learned that these things have blood ages ago. I'm getting sidetracked. Basically, he feeds the homunculus with meat covered in blood. He gives us a demonstration and... Wait, what the hell? Is that a bottle of laudanum?
Гомункулу мяса. Я хочу показать вам, как он реагирует на кровь. Так.
That's good.
Video 17. All that bloodletting paid off because Sluggoth is starting to resemble Shai Halud.
Дело в том, что произошло действительно что-то интересное. Гомункул начал плеваться какой-то жидкостью.
Back to its old habits, I see.
Есть по этому поводу некоторые предположения. Возможно, это его испражнение.
Oh, and of course, he assumes it's venom or acid. Apparently back in video 2, when the little guy introduced himself to his maker, and consequently suffered the wrath of the Chinese language, it left a burn mark on Korney. I'm serious, man. It's been a year. Let it go. What else? Oh yeah, he answers two questions people frequently ask, like, why don't you feed it animal blood? And in my opinion, his answer is a little strange. He says that it has a specific taste for human blood. I mean, I feel like he could have said something like, getting animal blood is a little difficult because I'd have to go to a butcher's and just ask for some, which would already be a little strange. So I use my own for convenience sake. Because it'd be kind of funny to think that he's willing to jack off in like 40 eggs, but not get animal blood. Another question is regarding the water. Why is it so foggy? Basically, the homunculus does this to make his environment more personal. Kind of like how you would decorate your room. And that's how I see it. I mean, I don't have to secrete slime to do that. Finally, he shows us the homunculus spitting out liquid, and just look at how much that thing is moving around throughout the video. You can barely notice it at normal speed. I can't lie, that's pretty amazing. It's exactly like, I don't know, a sea animal would do. The homunculus does a whole lot of nothing throughout the series, so moments like these are like really a highlight. Oh, why? Why? You just have to ruin it. Why? Video 18, the liquid testing. We are taken to a very different environment. Korney has extracted some of the substance that the homunculus spits out, and he's going to analyze it under a microscope. He's going to use a pH meter to determine if the substance is acidic. Seriously, the guy talks about it like the instant is an abusive ex. Anyway, the liquid has a scale of 8.3, so it's not acidic, more alkaline.
8,3. Это не только не кислота, это даже слабощелочной раствор. И, кстати говоря, примерно такая среда у семенной жидкости.
Okay, good to know. He also measures the liquid hardness, which is around 486 to 488, which is more than the hardness of water in the tank. This indicates that there's foreign substances like salt and excrement. Korney wants to determine if the liquid is poisonous or not, but he needs a living organism to do so. So his grandson suggested a plant. He pours some of the liquid into its roots, and we'll see in a few days if the liquid kills it. Honestly, at the very least, the plant is going to be disgusted. It's going to be all like, why are you feeding me this? Now he takes a sample under the microscope. Korney is looking for sex cells. I'm going to pretend that I know what those are. Let's see what we find, and... Whoa. Whoa. It's... magical. Looks like the shit Oppenheimer saw. I mean, he can't determine if these are sex cells, but so far his hypothesis is that homunculus cells are different from ours. Wow, I can't believe I'm only using that word now. Hypothesis. What took me so long? Oh yeah, the plant died in just one day. Poor bastard. Korney says it might be the case that this isn't poisonous, but rather unfavorable, like feeding a plant Coca-Cola. It's gonna hate it. But either way, he thinks the poison is more likely, but I don't know, I'm no biologist, but it just doesn't seem conclusive. Before we move on, Korney mentioned that he had another channel called How to Buy, which it really has nothing to do with the homunculus videos, but I feel like I should mention it, but you know, there's not much. He just reviews tools that he got online and teaches you how to buy them. I will say though, these skull shot glasses are pretty tough. Video 19, and I can finally talk about this one. I've been waiting so long to cover these next few videos. This is where it gets interesting. In this video, Korney is going to try and feed the homunculus with live food, a goldfish specifically, and well, take a look at what happens.
Так. Опа. Что?
The fish goes motionless. As soon as the homunculus raises itself up, the fish suddenly stops moving. Korney tries to pick up the fish and put it in the homunculus's mouth, and then this happens.
Поместить рыбку гомункулу в рот. Так.
Remember way back in video 7 when Korney said the homunculus was generating electricity? Well, the electricity has become stronger, Sloggoth generated enough electricity to kill the fish and make Korney retreat. And that's basically all the video consists of. It's not very long, it's just 2 minutes. Video 20. Ah, look who it is. Nice to see an old friend after so long. We missed you, buddy. I wonder what's the special occasion. Oh my god, not again! Why did he make another one? You already had 2 perfectly normal... You already had 2 homunculus. Whatever reason do you need to make another one? Oh wow, real cool. You can see it right inside the egg. Awesome. Looks like that scene in Alien Romulus. Korney takes time to answer more questions. Yeah, I got one. Why did you do this? Many have asked for instructions for creating homunculus, and he just repeats the same thing he said at the beginning of the series. He just offers specific tips, such as using fresh, unfertilized eggs from a farm and not getting them from a store, and keeping the homunculus in temperatures between 30 and 35 degrees Celsius. It's really a nothing video. I think he just wanted to show the homunculus in the egg. Video 21, and we're back. The homunculus is looking a little taller, but Korney says there isn't much change. Just looks like a volcano now. You'll notice the meter box and prongs at the top. Korney is going to measure how much electricity Sloggoth is generating. The rates are quick, but it generated 20 volts the first time, 17 in the second, and 3.7 volts in the third. Back in video 7, the homunculus could only generate volts as high as 2.9. Now it's at 20, in like what, a year? However, Korney says the currents are very quick, and it seems like the device can only capture them for a second, so it's possible that the generated electricity is actually much greater. He answers some viewer questions. Why don't you use other eggs from, say, ostriches or reptiles? Ostrich eggs aren't available in Russia. Simple as that. He's open to the idea of using reptile eggs, though. And once again, people are asking how human sperm can fertilize a chicken egg. He reiterates that it's not fertilization. It may not be a genetic hybrid, maybe a somatic one. I looked up somatic hybrids. Apparently they're organisms that inherit the traits of their parent organisms without reproduction. I guess it's like part 8 Josuke. That's the best comparison I can give. I think. I hope. Is that right? But yeah, sure. That definitely looks like a chicken-human hybrid. And that's it. It's over. I'm serious. That's the last video about the homunculus. And not only that, it's the last video on Korney's channel. It's been 8 years since Korney last posted, and there's been no updates since. This is the conclusion to the series and the channel. So, let's summarize the series now that we're here. Korney makes a homunculus spider thing. It quickly dies. He makes another one. It's alive. It spits on him, and then he yeets it. He makes 40 of the damn things. Nothing happens. Makes a video claiming that these experiments are real. Makes another one, but doesn't kill it. Places it in water, in the dark place. It grows gradually. Makes another one. The former starts generating electricity. The two are placed together. They fuse and become one. The fused homunculus grows more with blood. Korney analyzes the liquids it spits out and assumes it's poison. Tries to feed it a fish. It gets electrocuted to death and subsequently shocks Korney. He makes another one for whatever reason. Korney measures the electric volts and they're at least 6.9 times stronger than last year, and then it just ends.
I'm just left with so many questions. Why did he stop? What happened to the homunculus? Did that one in the egg ever hatch? Worst part is, we're never going to get an answer. Well, those are all the videos. I mean, the only thing we can do now is determine if the... What the heck? Hang on, I'm getting a codec all of a sudden. Give me a moment. I have to take this. Yes, hello? Accepted egg, is that you?
Greetings, Denied 9.
Huh? Who is this?
Neither enemy or friend. You can call me Deep... Sorry, my goodness.
Alright, Deephough. You better have a good reason for getting in contact with me. Just so you know, this line is for the ladies only. Hold on, wait. You're not actually just accepted egg with a voice changer on, are you?
I can assure you that I am not. I have vital information that you might want to hear. It is regarding the individual you refer to as Korney.
Vital information? What could you possibly know that I don't?
He is dead.
He's dead? No, that's not possible.
I will support you with the information that I have obtained upon learning this. I ask you to show it in the video. Farewell.
Wait, hold on!
What is it?
Thank you
For what?
for the information. I was gonna move on to the next subject and end the video soon, but you suddenly jumped in with whatever this is. So, thank you.
Sure. Goodbye.
So yeah, Korney passed away. Sometime around late January of 2018, not long after his last upload. If you look at the comments of the last video, you have a bunch of people like paying their respects to him. How do we know he's dead? Well, the people cite this video here. And, well, let's just have a look then. I'm using YouTube's auto-translate feature, which it's not the best, but, I mean, there's no subtitles. There's no subtitles made. I can't speak Russian, and so, it's the best we got. So, sorry if they're bad.
Печальная новость. На левобережном кладбище прошли похороны актера Магнитогорского театра Буратино Рената Аль-Мухаметова. Абсолютно здоровый, никогда ничем не болевший, он скоропостижно скончался 24 января на 49-м году.
So the report is about the death of a man named Renat Alomkometov, a Russian theater actor who operated in the Magnitogorsk Buratino Theater, which I believe is this place. His funeral was held that day, and he had died from a detached blood clot at the age of 49. This report is dated the 26th of January 2018, 6 days after Korney's last video. Now, the only reason I know of this video's existence is because years ago on Korney's last video, I saw these comments paying respect to him, and I asked, does anyone actually have proof that he's dead? And this one guy replies, giving me the details, and I think he did give me the link, but it's gone now. I think a bot deleted the comment. So I lost the video for a while, and you can't, it was in Russian, so you couldn't just Google it in an English search engine. So I looked up if anybody had, made a video about Korney's death, and I find this video on the channel All Things Creepy, and he talks about Korney's death, mentions the news report, and he links it in his description. So I want to shout him out because I would have never been able to find it again if it weren't for him. Now, you might already be thinking, what does this guy have to do with anything? Renat? I thought his name was Korney. And a theater actor? Wasn't Korney like a biologist? Well, the main evidence that people point out is this man's voice. Take a listen.
В жизни помогают звезды исполнять? Конечно, сбывается, но здесь нужно сделать все-таки такое уточнение. Астрология, она не предсказывает события как таковые. Астрология говорит нам о определенных вероятностях, об определенных путях, которые перед нами открываются.
Sounds a lot like Korney, doesn't it? Combined with the fact that he's obviously Russian, he looks rather elderly. Remember, Korney mentioned his grandson a few times. And in this interview, Renat has a discussion about his interest in astrology. The report was made not longer after his last upload. This guy has to be Korney, right? He has to be. Well, here's the thing.
I cannot confirm if this is him or not. I mean, Korney was a biologist, Renat was a theater actor. They just don't correlate whatsoever. And look, Renat was like middle-aged when he died. He wasn't no grandpa like Korney supposedly was. The only thing that connects these two individuals is their voice. They sound identical to each other. It could be that Korney was never real. He was just a character made up by Renat, and all these videos are just like a performance, or but I don't understand why like they never mentioned if Renat had an interest in biology. Surely that would come up in the news, right? If they're willing to talk about astrology, which is not even related to science whatsoever.
So I had to look back at my old video, the first Homunculus video, and I saw that Korney Aliv, which is his full name, is from the town of Drzinsky, according to his PayPal. And the news report said that Renat Alukarametov worked at the Magnitogorsk Buratino Theater in the city of Magnitogorsk. Now, look at these towns/cities on like Google Earth, right? They are very far away, and Russia's a massive country, right? Like these are hundreds of kilometers. So I don't know if this is like another layer to this because why would you? These are no way like related. They're so far away. Maybe like maybe the PayPal is old and like Korney/Renat moved into Magnagorsk because it implied on the news report it would imply that Renat would be have a replacement after his death. But in all honesty, I can't really say this matters because we're not really gonna know, and we have like a bigger questions to wonder about this whole series, like how there's a wild homunculus on the loose.
Which now brings us to the final topic, and the thing that you've probably been wondering from the very start. Are these videos real? Fuck no!
Yeah, so none of these videos are real. It might be hard to believe, but this is not an actual homunculus. Again, they should look like this, not this. Now, how exactly could these videos be fake? You have to remember, this is way before generative AI was invented, so how could you, like, even make this in the first place? I mean, the spitting, the movements, the eyes, how could you fake this? Well, I'm not sure, but many people have speculated that the homunculus is CGI, or it's a puppet, or it has magnets in it. Someone theorized that this wasn't even a fish tank, but rather a monitor projecting it like a computer-generated image. That's a good one. I never even considered that while watching. Korney's attempt to debunk this was honestly not that convincing. He puts a stick in the aquarium and taps it to get a physical reaction. I don't see how you can just like coordinate that like a theater, like a show, a performance, like how a magician would do. In a later video, he rotates the tank around, so I don't know why he just didn't do that in the first place. Here's what I think. I kinda agree that he used CGI. I think Korney chose this dark room setting intentionally to mask some effects. The still camera makes it easier to add more convincing CG, the subtle movements, the eye. Oh, and the water being foggy would also help. I think there is a homunculus there. Not a real one, but like a stand-in to add special effects. And it does look quite inconsistent between videos, so I think he like makes one out of some crafting materials like a clay and adds CG to it later. Kind of like when a movie has a CGI character, they have stand-ins like a pole or like a mocap actor, or if you're like, I don't know, the Sonic movies where you just have statues of the characters. I was going to mention this theory I had where maybe the homunculus is like an animatronic or like a mechanism coated in like silicone, which would explain how it was able to like take in food and gush out water like that, but it's honestly kind of shaky. So, but I thought I'd mention it because it's kind of interesting. This channel, Scar Enru, has a video attempting to explain it, and he basically uses Photoshop to make the creature move, which is a good attempt, but it's obviously more fake. And yeah, a lot of people have argued that this isn't as good. Some parts of the videos are a little harder to debunk, like the homunculus spitting or shooting upwards in the tank or killing the fish. But I think I can explain them all. In the second video, I think the spit is CGI, or like an after effect. The homunculus itself is real, but of course he's using CG to make it move. Notice how it stops moving once he throws it. Now, for the homunculus shooting up water, if it is like an animatronic, it could be like it has a hose underneath it, like underneath the fish tank, hooked up to the mechanism, and that's how it's able to shoot water. I can't think of anything else. You know, kind of like a fish, like an aquarium will have like a chest that will like bubble up water. And for the fish, I think Korney just electrified the water. But you know what's a strong piece of evidence? If you look at Korney's channel, he has other videos such as how to make free light, free energy, and how to make spruce apples, hybrid apples, and like how to make a light bug. And these videos are way faker than the homunculus ones.
Сеть и обратно удлинитель сам на себя. Лампа горит достаточно ярко. Отверстие. Вставляем в него наше семечко. Итак, сейчас у нас июль, и мы видим, что наше яблочное семечко прижилось в еле и дало вот такой росток. Подождем еще некоторое время. Очень интересно, появятся ли плоды. И вот у нас осень. Ветка подвязана, потому что было видно, что яблоки получаются очень крупные, и ветка могла сломаться. Но они наконец созрели,
пожалуй.
Так. Теперь продемонстрировать вам. Итак, проверим. Летом я такой же смесью из фосфора и варенья кормил ночных бабочек. Выставил просто посудину с этой смесью на балкон. Через некоторое время они засветились и стали привлекать новых бабочек. В результате мой балкон был окружен целым роем мотыльков.
It's kind of like how Body of a Pig was proven to be fake. The channel who uploaded it had other related ghost videos that were way more obviously fake. So Body of a Pig lost legitimacy. So if he faked these videos, it can be assumed that the homunculus ones are fake too. One last thing. Some things in the videos look a little performative and staged, such as the famous and the part around the end of the series where he gets shocked by the homunculus and the camera falls over. It just seems so staged. The camera's on a tripod, but the fall does not look accidental.
Hi, it's me, Denied9 from One Day in the Future. I forgot to mention something very important, something that further points into the direction that this whole thing is fake. You want to know? You cannot create a living creature of any capacity by putting human sperm into a chicken egg. That does not work. Ask Scare Theater. Well, that's about it. I think we covered everything. These videos have never been confirmed to be real or fake, but they most likely are fake. But despite that, they're still really cool. Like, a lot of this is like really impressive. And we're definitely not going to get a conclusion to this series. It's just a damn shame because it was really captivating. Like, nothing had ever been done like this before, and we're probably never going to get anything like it ever again. Damn, it just sucks, man. Now, the original video was supposed to, the part 2 was supposed to end with me opening the homunculus that I made at the beginning of the first video. And, while I did go through the process, I just got, the homunculus is long gone. It's just, yeah, so, sorry, I really can't end the video as I wanted to. If only there was a way for us to look into the past and to see what the result came to be. Oh, don't worry, Denied9. We can look at the results from 3 years ago with the help of this motion projector. Just gotta turn this bad boy on, activate it. Come on. Activate it, and it'll work its magic. Get ready for this, guys. Any second now. Oh, maybe I just gotta like, change the channel. Wait. Why isn't it working? It's supposed to be working. Why is it not working? Come on. Events of the past, come on. What's going on with this thing? Why isn't it turning on? Oh. I don't have a remote. Or a DVD player. Well, that didn't work. It's a real shame too. I really wanted to use that. It would have looked so cool. But no. Everything has to be so old, Guess I have no other choice but to use this stupid, boring, high quality motion projector that doesn't have CRT. It displays stuff in high definition, whatever that means. So it's gonna look okay, boring, nothing spectacular. But since the old TV doesn't work, since it's broke now, I'm gonna have to resort to this. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Thank you, Denied9, for
making me a part of this. I really appreciate it. And hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye. Now for the moment of truth. It's time to see if all those days of waiting have paid off. Let's unveil our homunculus. This. My goodness. Little homunculus, can you hear me? Speak.
Hey, yo, what the hell did I just wake up to, dog?
It is a miracle indeed. I can't believe I did it. I've done it. I've created a homunculus. This is monumental. All those days of waiting have paid off. Now, it's time for you to live your ultimate potential. Raoul, dinner time. Yes, about time indeed, Raoul. Here you go. Just gonna put this through your gullet and put a nice raspberry in there so you can enjoy it to the fullest, because I know you love raspberries. Yeah. Eat up. Well, what you think, Raoul?
You